On cold winter nights, my childhood bedroom would get well below freezing. The furnace in our old house worked, but the cracks around the windows let air in, and the holes in the roof, where the squirrels gathered, made sure any heat we did generate quickly escaped. Since the only heat vents were on the main level, by the time you made it to the bedrooms on the second floor, it felt like you were walking around outside. The floors were made from skinny wooden planks that creaked when you walked. When it was that cold, it was like walking on ice. But wearing my socks inside the house would get me in trouble because my mom didn't want to deal with dirty socks. CJ, she'd holler up the stairs, you know better than to have those white socks on in the house. You're going to have sock feet. To avoid sock feet, I would quickly run from room to room, hurrying to get to the warmest place in the house, my bed. It was covered with big, beautiful quilts my mom used to sew, from the scraps from her old work suits and blue jeans and wool coats. I had 4 or 5 of them layered one on top of another, creating a mountain of covers on my bed. They were so heavy, I had to slide my feet in near my pillow and burrow my way under. Eventually, I got a space heater too, courtesy of Mr. Eugene, my mom's second husband. I wasn't a fan of Mr. Eugene. They got married about a year before, and in all the pictures from their wedding, I'm this grumpy 7-year-old hanging around in the back of the frame, a big frown on my face. My new stepfather was a fast-talking preacher who always kept a Bible close by and usually walked everywhere he went. I liked that he made my mom laugh, but I didn't trust him. Mr. Eugene was always looking for a way to save $1, or cut corners, as my granddad would say. Whether it was tattered clothes from a thrift store or junk from a back alley, Mr. Eugene would snatch things up and bring them home for us to use. One day, Mr. Eugene walked through the door carrying this busted-up floor heater with a frayed power cord that he must have pulled out of the trash. I'm sure this thing still works, he said, as he lugged the old thing into the house. We can use it in Charlie's room. He pulled out some electrical tape and wrapped it around the hole in the cord. Then he hauled it up the stairs and down the hallway and set it up near the foot of my bed. When he plugged it in, sparks flew, and there was a loud pop. Then the power went out. My mother stared at him, worried, but Mr. Eugene waved her off. Ain't nothing wrong with this heater, he huffed as he went down to the basement to throw the circuit breaker and put the power back on. When he did, the floor heater slowly hummed to life, eventually getting so hot that my skin burned if I got too close to it. I was grateful for the heat, but I didn't trust that thing. I couldn't forget the pop of that spark. The way it was always buzzing and cutting out was not reassuring. The fact that my old bedroom door always jammed and got stuck, that wasn't great either. Mr. Eugene was the whole reason we were living in a rundown old house with squirrels in the roof in the first place. My mom and dad had split up when I was a couple years old. After the divorce, my mom and I moved around a lot, eventually settling in a little apartment in South Louisville for a few years. I loved that apartment. It was just the two of us, playing endless games of Uno and her watching me ride my big wheel around the parking lot. It was home. All that changed the day she met Mr. Eugene. He started coming around more, and so did his older son and 2 daughters. Then my baby cousin Bianca moved in with us while her mom, one of my older cousins, got on her feet. So my mom and Mr. Eugene went house hunting. And pretty soon we were moving into this ancient wooden house from the 1920s at 35th and Market in the West End.